today is basically a general overview of what WIMS for CRM is, then go into some of the individual modules, and then we'll close with a general slideshow as a recap, and then open the floor to any Q&A you may have. So what is WIMS for CRM? WIMS is an integrated solution into the existing dynamic CRM platform. It extends the product catalog into a full-featured asset inventory management system. It also allows you to automate common warehouse tasks such as purchase orders, receivings, or transfers. The dashboard interface allows you to see the bulk of WIMS from a few easy-to-read screens and get a general feel for where your inventory is across many physical locations. We see here the in-house inventory and product overview dashboard. In the upper left, we have the existing product catalog from CRM. We can expand that to see a general view of all products and bundles in the system. Now, all different types of product structures are supported in WIMS, so whether you have kits of products or standalone products, they'll all integrate fine. We've added a few fields to the existing product form, most notably the serial number field to enable detailed tracking down to single items by their unique serial number. This also ties into the asset functionality of WIMS. See a new WIMS entity called Inventory Products. This lets you track your inventory on a location per location basis. Now, whether these are physical, a bulk warehouse, or a distribution warehouse, or mobile locations like service trucks or repair trucks inside of WIMS, and you can track any of your products to each of these locations. Let's expand the view. Shot of this inventory record in the system, the product it was based on, where it's currently being held, as well as a maximum and minimum quantity threshold. Now, these can be set differently at different locations, so if you want to control your inventory flow for high traffic locations, make sure to set this properly. In addition, we can see individual quantity locations based on which module the item may have been involved with recently, such as a PO, a sales order, or a transfer out or a transfer in. If the item is located in a bin, it will display here at the bottom of the screen. This allows you to not only track your inventory to a specific location, but to also a specific place on your shelf. And we'll get a bit more into the different options of bins a little bit later on, but keep it in mind for then. In the bottom section of the dashboard, we can see the vendors. These act as separate records in the system and represent your distributors or vendors that you reorder from. You can think of these like the native contact records inside CRM, with basic information and attributes, as well as a list of the products that they may sell. We like to think of this as the opportunity for you to treat WIMS as a gateway into a vendor relationship management system, leveraging all the existing cases, marketing lists, and email campaigns in the native CRM system to your vendors. The last cost and average cost field on the different vendor products also allows you to see pricing trends. Whenever you reorder from a vendor, that cost will be saved and averaged over time so that you can quickly and easily see what vendors have the better pricing for different items. In addition to the inventory extensions, WIMS also contains different modules that represent day-to-day warehouse tasks. Purchase orders allow you to quickly and easily add items for a specific vendor to a purchase order, and then export those via Excel to be sent to your distributor network. WIMS comes with a built-in business process flow that will walk you through the steps of assigning a vendor, adding line items, and then eventually converting that purchase order to a receiver. Speaking of receivers, There are several different options you can choose when it comes time to receive your inventory. WIMS can automatically track your inventory down to a specific place on a shelf that you can either set manually or via a mobile app. And if your inventory is serialized, WIMS can automatically create temporary serial numbers, allowing you to quickly put away your inventory and get it ready for sale without manually stepping through and noting vendor serial numbers. If you don't have a complex warehouse set up yet, perhaps you don't mark individual placement on shelves, we also offer a virtual bin option when a receiver is completed. This will allow you to track items as they come into your warehouse and assign them to arbitrary stages. This is an example of some bin. The same thing for different stages in your shipment warehouse or different areas of a loosely organized room or shipping unit. On the sales side of things, WIMS also extends the out-of-the-box order entity and allows you to now choose which place and which inventory item you're picking from to complete an order. This will allow you to not only accurately track your quantity across different locations, but to enable first in, first out, or last in, last out selection when fulfilling sales orders as well. All the out-of-the-box functionality for sales orders, including conversion from opportunities or into invoices, is supported in WIMS, and you can trigger screen. The WIMS configuration screen also allows you to tweak your system in a number of different ways, specifying whether you want to use physical bins, virtual bins, or neither, as well as several options for automatic reordering if your on-hand quantity is not sufficient, and whether to use lot numbers and expiration when you receive products. In addition, choose which modules you want to export down to your mobile device to speed up sync time and better control what inventory your workers have access to. On the paper trail side of things, it's important to keep track of what inventory moves around in your warehouse. To this purpose, we've added an adjustment dashboard to WIMS. Any transaction, whether up or down in your inventory levels, whether it's from a receiver, an order, or a transfer, is automatically tracked and noted in WIMS, giving you a historical log of movement of your inventory across any of your locations. These records can quickly and easily be reported against to give you a snapshot, or using a dashboard like this, you can see either historical adjustments or a snapshot of the day's adjustments for any of the different types. This allows you to be confident in knowing where your inventory is and where it may have been moved to. There are a number of other different dashboards here, but one thing to point out is that since this is built on CRM, all of the out-of-the-box functionality that you've grown to expect is fully supported. You can create your own customized views or customized dashboards to better get a snapshot of what information is relevant to you. Any reports you may have can quickly and easily be tied into the custom entities inside of WIMS or tied to other out-of-the-box entities such as opportunities or leads. In addition to the inventory management, WIMS also allows you to track your assets in the same fashion. Any serialized item in WIMS can be converted into an asset with a quick and easy automatic workflow, or you can create your own standalone list of assets. This dashboard gives you a quick snapshot into the different categories of assets that you may have. These include individual assets as well as kit and component assets so that you can have a bundle of items loaned out or assigned at one time. In addition, when those assets are loaned, checked out, or assigned to different users or customers, you can see who has an outstanding asset as well as assets that may be in migration between one location and another. If we expand the asset view, there are a number of other out-of-the-box views that can help you filter down and see your assets. Whether assigned or open, or overdue for service, this can give you an easy way to slice and dice your asset inventory and see what needs to be addressed and how quickly. If we open up one of these asset records, we'll see a number of different properties can be captured here, including depreciation type and cost, salvage value, as well as service dates. You can also create a dashboard or use one of the pre-built dashboards to track upcoming service warranties at 3 month, 1 month, or as I mentioned before, assets can be assigned to kits. So you can have either an existing asset list represented in the system easily, or convert your existing product catalog into assets. As I mentioned before, there is a mobile component to WIMS. Utilizing the mobile user records, you can assign roles to your different warehouse workers and managers, restricting what information they have access to, while also enabling them to more accurately and more quickly do their day-to-day tasks, such as counting receiving values, handling sales order picking, or completing a transfer line. This can make sure that what inventory you pay for is actually on your shelf and that no inventory accidentally expires or goes missing. That's a general crash course of the WIMS product. So now let's take a moment and review what we've been discussing. What is WIMS? An add-on solution to the core dynamic CRM platform that works both on-premise and with CRM Online. This includes the latest CRM 2016 Online product. It extends the existing product entity into a full warehouse management system and supports multiple physical locations for your inventory. All transactions are tracked, including a timestamp, serial number, and bin location as appropriate. It enables you to streamline your purchasing, receiving, and picking of inventory with existing business process flows and automated workflows inside CRM. Using the dashboard interface with the drill-down charts, views, and reportings, you can quickly and easily see where your inventory is and how efficient your warehouse team is. What are the benefits of WIMS for CRM? First off, it's flexible. Utilizing the out-of-the-box capabilities of CRM to customize and add to entities, you can tailor-make WIMS to suit your business needs, adding or tying it into any number of other customizations to perfectly mimic and encapsulate your day-to-day processes. It makes it easy to find the information you need because it's built like CRM is. Your experience up to this point in CRM can easily migrate over to WIMS and makes training a breeze. It's also more affordable compared to other accounting or ERP systems in terms of functionality. You can get the features that you want without having the price tag of some of the bigger systems. To that point, you can also leverage your existing investment in Microsoft Dynamics CRM. As I mentioned before, there is a mobile component to WIMS as well. One piece is a custom-built mobile application that streamlines the major functions of WIMS. This includes putting away received inventory, picking order lines, or completing transfers. And because it's built on best practices, the native CRM mobile application will work with WIMS as well. If you want to get a snapshot of any dashboard view or just see currently pending sales orders or receivers, you can do so with the native application. We also have extensive CRM application if you want a hybrid approach or a more customized product for your mobile needs. This is a screenshot of the custom-built application running on a rugged Windows mobile device built for warehouse scanning at mass volume. In this case, the Honeywell 99GX, though we do support a number of other different models. That concludes the demo and overview section of the broadcast today. If we have any questions or general Q&A, we can open up the attendee mics, or if you want to type them in the questions, we can do that now. If you're unfamiliar with how GoToWebinar works, you can click the hand icon to raise your hand, and I can unflag you to ask any comments. All right, Deandra, you should be unmuted. Go ahead.
The question I had was scanning via mobile device. Other than excuse me, other than the scanner device that you just displayed, is there any opportunity to scan using a smartphone?
Yes, so using the Resco mobile CRM that I mentioned, you can do smartphone scanning. That's supported for most major UPC types, code 128 and so forth. But the mobile application only runs on Windows mobile devices currently.
Okay.
Right. Any other questions on mobile? Okay. Anything about assets, serial number, or any of the receiving process that any questions anyone may have? Go more in depth on that. Go ahead. Deandra, you had a question?
Yes, can you hear me?
Now I can hear you, yes.
Okay. Could you elaborate a little more on the asset functionality relative to uh, um, inbound receipt?
Absolutely. If you configure it as such, WIMS will automatically generate a temporary serial number for you for any serialized item that's received. That's when the receiver is completed or posted. So those records will automatically be generated for you. Or if you want to record the vendor serial numbers, you can manually enter those or enter them through the mobile device when the receiver is being shown. Numbers are in the system, whether they're manual or automatic. You can run a workflow against any number of them to create a standalone and related asset record. So if you want to have that link between your assets and your inventory records, then that's the one way to go. If you want to have those two systems live in the same CRM but not really talk to each other, you could just create standalone asset records that way, just by creating a new and then entering in whatever information you want. But as far as the receiving flow goes, it will happen automatically as soon as you complete that receiver, and then you can make the choice of when you want that conversion or that creation of the asset rather to occur.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. And just taking a look at a few of these others. This dashboard, this demo system doesn't have it as filled out, but it will track, again, that lifecycle process using the bin stages that I previously mentioned. So when a receiver comes in, you can track it, in this case, all the way from the sales order process to automatically create a purchase order to fulfill inventory for this sales order. When that purchase order is complete, it would become a receiver. And then if you had the virtual bin stages enabled, you could then pass that along to one of any number of different stages. In this case, we have 4 set up, landing first on quarantine, then moving on to either pass and fail, and then finally release when that quantity would actually impact your system. As you can see here, with any of these type of staging workflows, you can control when your quantity goes up or down to handle either being shipped back out to the vendor, damaged inventory, or what have you. So there's a number of different complex scenarios you can build with this. We don't offer too many out of the box, so we'll be doing a separate webinar on some examples of this later. But it is highly configurable, again, trying to do CRM best practices, and keys directly into the purchase order to receiver flow. All right, well, if we don't have any more questions, I think that about wraps up the webinar. Going once more, any topics or sections we could deep dive into? All right, well, I'd like to thank everyone for attending the webinar today. Again, we are 2B Solutions. Let me see here if I can pull up the contact information screen. So sales@2bsolutions.net, or call us at the number there. If you want to see more information about WIMS for CRM, you can go to the website listed there, a number of other existing videos, some product documentation and screenshots there. All right, again, thank you for attending the webinar, and hope to hear from you all soon.